Hello guys, today we're going to be not really uncovering because most of the drama has already been heard, but I'm going to be going over the UEFA Super Cup. The UEFA Super Cup. Now this competition is obviously, so what am I doing? I'm moving my webcam with me. Okay, so we're going to be going over the UEFA Super Cup and the goods and bads, because obviously the UEFA Super Cup is like the Champions League replacement. And it has a top 6 teams from England, which, if you don't know, are Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea. But they also have 3 teams from Spain: Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. And then in Italy, they have Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus. But something I don't get, possibly, is if you go, you can see anyone can check this. You go in the Premier League app, and you go in the table. You press Premier League once you're in there, and you have tables. Then you go on seasons, and then go all seasons. This might take a while to load, so what it does, I'll just say we're going covering the sacking of Mourinho. We're covering the transfer, how transfers may work, and I'm going to be covering also, lastly, so let me something's in place. We'll be also lastly covering what would a national team suffer without them. But if we go into the app, the Premier League, or on the Premier League website, you can see the big 6 is Man United. Well, 6th place is actually Everton. Oh, we'll go. Yeah, 6th place is Everton. So no Man City. No Man City. Everton, and although Everton do have a goal difference of 500 less than City, a goal difference of 37. Oh my god, that's mad. Okay, we'll get there's more things there, but this is Tottenham Hotspur. 4th is Wood, about 200 more points than Everton's 1,500. Liverpool have just reached 2,000 points thanks to their win against Sheffield United, I think. Then we'll go ahead of Chelsea or Arsenal, which will most likely be covered by the season. I mean, 300 points away is Manchester United. Now, I'm saying this, obviously the big 6 can probably change at any point. The difference between Everton and City is 1 point. Villa are 9th in that leaderboard, and the team in the Premier League with the worst record in points is Swindon Town. And the team with the worst goal difference looks to be Sunderland, with a goal difference of -200, which, saying that it's not the best, it is not the worst. It definitely is the worst. But we'll start off with saying what the UEFA Super Cup is. So the UEFA Super Cup is a Champions League, well, not a replacement for the Champions League, but a replacement for the top competition in Europe, which will take over the spot of the Champions League. Now, in saying that, it may take over the Champions League fully, it may not. And honestly, what will it do? Will it be good? Will it be bad? For some countries, good. For some countries, not so much. Because we also will be predicting tables in this as well, where each team will come and how effective it'll be. If you don't know, but yeah, so it'll go the Europa League, then the Champions League, then the European Super League, or really European Super League is like a league, like an actual Premier League. So there's obviously United, Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Tottenham, and I can summarize what's happened. 12 of Europe's leading football clubs, I've named already, have announced basically that they want to establish a new midweek competition, the Super League, Euro Super League, governed by founding clubs. The proposal will probably involve the clubs forming their own competition to rival the UEFA Champions League, but obviously there's issues in there, like what will it do to international and domestic? Which clubs are involved? Obviously, it's United, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Real Madrid have joined the founding clubs, as is anticipated that a further 3 clubs may join. It's expected to start in like September, but as soon as possible would be good. The German giants, if you will, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund are not included, and neither are Paris Saint-Germain. So in saying how good this competition would be, not having teams like French giants or the German giants in there may make it a bit harder for every team. Now, where will that take you? This competition is supposed to be, obviously, like BBC Radio 5 Live you can listen to if you want to hear anything about that. Listen to it at like 9 p.m. You can listen to it now probably, and it'll come with something. You can see obviously my Google in the background. But I just do it. You can listen to Talk Sport, which I think is broken for every Google Home in the moment, and you can listen to Talk Sport too. Yeah. If it goes ahead, the UEFA Super League is replacing the Champions League. But then what does that mean for the Champions League? Sunday's developments came just 24 hours before UEFA were due to discuss this reformment of the Champions League. The reforms were seen as an attempt to reach a compromise of a breakaway competition by offering more matches. The reforms were planned to come into effect by 2024, latest, pretty earliest or middle, like your middle date, pretty 2022, 2024. Expanding the Champions League to 36 teams, adjusting the format, increasing the number of matches by nearly double from 125 to 225. It is, I think, it's not a good idea, but obviously I'm not seeing everything from it. I've got a few statements here. The Super League website, it says the Super League is a new competition between founders and 5 annual qualifiers. There'll be 2 groups of 10 clubs playing home and away fixtures within the group each year. Following the group stage, 8 clubs will qualify for a knockout tournament, playing home and away to a single-match Super League Championship, a dramatic 4-week end to the season. Games will be played midweek, and all clubs will remain in their domestic leagues. In saying all club, or in that last sentence, all games will be played midweek, and all clubs will remain in their domestic leagues. Will they remain in their domestic league? If the league is saying cancel, you're getting expelled from the Premier League. And think about that. Think about what that means for United. Think about what that means for Tottenham. Think about what it means for City when it is, because Everton can't legally sign it. I think the whole thing will come about when City were in the top. But it's mental to think about this. It's mental. Because teams like Leicester City are missing out. Missing out on the madness. You know, teams like Leicester City are missing out a lot. They're not getting much from it. Teams like Leicester, Leeds, Southampton, United, Newcastle I can't really count at the moment, but think about it, their history has been amazing. Teams like Villa, 100 years ago, Villa were winning titles, and because of their history, without their history, apparently nothing still. I believe, and yet they've beaten Arsenal 2 times this season. Okay, the City game wasn't close. The Tottenham game, I think Tottenham Villa did get rescheduled. I don't remember what happened then, but Villa have done decent against United. They drew against Chelsea. They beat Liverpool 7-2 the first time. The second time, okay, that was a 95th minute goal that needed to be. That just came around. It just came around. Whereas they absolutely demolished them the first time. And why is there a green light on my face? Oh, I was doing this one. Yeah, so what does that mean for all those clubs? United, 2,300 points, a goal difference of over 1,000. As they've scored 2,000 goals, around 2,000, and let in 1,000. They've won 685 out of the 1,108 they've played, and that is the same as Arsenal when they have a lot more points won than them. That these teams want to break away from their founding. Of the founding, it's the whole founding they're breaking away from. Now, in the statement, the clubs themselves have outlined the format. Okay, yeah, I think it's starting in August. Okay. Now, in saying all of what I've just said, let's come together. We're going to do the England squad because it's mainly there's 6 England teams, and there's a lot of talent to be had. If we've got something for, I think I do here. Look at this. Oh yeah, we're just going to got a piece of paper. Okay, so if we go, we might get my pen quickly and get started. In goal, without those top 6 teams, who would be in there? I think clearly this is probably one of the easiest decisions of the list. It's between Nick Pope and Jordan Pickford, and in my eyes, it's Nick Pope. Let me just. What formation did England play again? I think they played 4-3-3 last night. No, do they? I need to know what formation they play. We'll find out that now. I don't really watch England games. What formation do England play? There we are. I think I've searched it before. 4-3-3. Okay. England playing a 4-3-3. So that's what we'll go with. And it's a classic 4-3-3 I'm presuming. I think we will go with the holding and then 2 more attacking. So left back, centre back, right back, centre mid, CDM, then a left wing, a striker, and right wing. Not right mid, right wing. And then we'll draw a line and see what it would be like with those top 16 players. Yeah, so let's get started. Goalkeeper Pope, as obvious. Then in your left back position, I think it's pretty obvious again what you go with. You go with Aaron Cresswell as West Ham on in the top 6. Oh, in the top 6 for the season, but not the top 6 in history. A 10th actually, though, which is still a very good achievement. So Cresswell. If we go set up for the, I think we'll just do the same way. GK. Left back, centre back, centre back, right back, CDM, centre mid, left wing, striker, and right wing. Now I know those quickly, so you got something right under. Yeah, for goalkeeper with the top 6 teams is obviously you're missing out on Henderson there, which although he might have made a few mistakes at Burnley, he's still a very good goalkeeper. Every goalkeeper makes mistakes. And left back, another United player, Luke Shaw. Then who else will be that star player for them? For without top 6 teams. Now, I'd have to say, without the top 6 teams, centre backs are rough because the reason you're not. So you got. I can go in the 2021 season, can't I? I've got 2021. Oh, so I didn't mean to go 92, 93. So, so the big 6 I've seen now. So Leicester, they got something like nah, not really. West Ham don't from England. Everton, it's like really Michael Keane, but there has to be a good English centre back from one of these clubs. Oh, Mings is English, and he is actually English. Oh, it's actually sorted. Cody as well. Cody and Mings in the centre back spot. Then right back, I think it's quite. It's not quite obvious to some people, but for me, it is James Justin. Could give Tyrick Mitchell based on the recent performances, but I think overall let's go to Justin. Crack that forward work, my guy. See now the centre backs with it will be probably Cody again and Maguire. It should be Trent, so I'm gonna go with. But I think he'll be left out, and it'll be Wan-Bissaka. Then in centre back to normal. Was gonna put post Super Cup. And then obviously pre Super Cup. So in a centre defensive mid spot, who would you go? I think it's still for without it's definitely without a doubt. I think for both it could be Declan Rice. I'm trying to think of who else that really is. Who else there really is in centre defensive mid? I think it's Declan Rice for most people. I think we'd have slapped Rice in now. Then in your centre mid spot, you've probably got. I think there's obviously one you have to go for based on recent form, and it's Lingard. And probably other one would be Grealish. Although you could have Ward-Prowse, you could have there's a lot of people still without now in in the centre mid spot for pre-Super Cup, you'd have to go for Foden for one of them. It's not a doubt there. So Foden, and then you just like yeah. So you got that. Yeah, so you got Foden in one of them. And then the other centre mid spot would probably be given to Lingard as well. Right wing for post Super Cup. It had for me. Is there many? Oh, I think I opened the wrong app. Hey. What was I trying to think of? Right wing. We need you think about the clubs in that table, and who would be a good right winger. Now, players that come to mind. Leicester from Harvey Barnes from Leicester, and I think that's your left wing sorted. Then your striker, I think that's quite obvious as well. DC got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Then your right wing, I think Grealish could be seen as a right wing as well. And then you could put like Ward-Prowse. Wolves haven't really got any others. Like, who would you think? Who would you consider? Like, yeah, so I'm trying to think who else you could put if you don't put. I'm gonna just put, I think, James Ward-Prowse. And we'll just swap Grealish and him around. Although we have completely left out everyone from other countries, so that's Sancho. That's Sancho there. Sancho. Now, with the top big six, it's, I think he's disappeared. In the left wing, obviously. Then Kane in the striker. Then probably Sancho as well. Again, which makes sense. Which obviously you can probably start to notice that with the big six clubs, you've got a lot more. There's a lot better players you can choose from. Although Barnes, Calvert-Lewin, and Sancho probably can bang in goals, I think we'd all know who we prefer, and it's Sancho, Rashford, Kane, and Foden and Lingard also from the back as well. You even have players like Bellingham who are missing out. You have all the players who are missing out who could get a starter. Now, one of the final topics I want to cover is Mourinho's sacking. I'm gonna search Google so I don't make a mistake. So, Was Jose fired? I don't know which one. Oh, I was cornflakes invented. What the hell, man? Jose fired. Why was Mourinho fired? Sacked from Spurs. Why was Mourinho sacked from Spurs? Oh my god, I don't care. Why was Mourinho's? What the hell was it playing all these videos for? The club said in a statement, the club can only announce that Jose Mourinho and his coaching staff, João Sacramento, Nuno Santos, Carlos Lannon and Giovanni Queira, have been relieved of their duties. Chairman Daniel Levy said Jose and his coaching staff with the students during the pandemic. On a personal level, I enjoyed working with him, and I regret things have not. Worked as we both envisioned. He will always be welcome here, and we should like to thank him and his coaching staff for contribution. It's not. It wasn't right to sack Jose. I'm fairly sure the reason he was fired is because he refused to train the team. Obviously, with him gone, the manager, because they've got a game on Wednesday. Who will their manager be? It will. I have no idea who it will be. That's my take on it. I have no idea if that was even it was the right decision to sack him. Because it depends. Sacking him once is one thing, but deciding who to replace him with is one more thing, Tottenham. It's not easy. Like Sheffield United, okay, they're relegated. They were relegated pretty long ago. They played 30 games and not had half the points. Had half the points from them. And you probably expect a bit more from a club that finished 8th. But they have a guy, probably out of Despicable Me's Rom's Bottom. A sequel to that. Hecking Bottom. Paul Hecking Bottom is their manager. And honestly, if Tottenham have someone like that, say bye-bye to where you are at the moment, like 6th. Or they're 7th, so still not the most ideal. Say goodbye to that. Between Villa and Tottenham, there's 6 points. And I think that gap can be closed. But between Arsenal and Tottenham, there's 4 points. If Arsenal end up having a better season than Tottenham, that Arsenal will have a better season than Tottenham. I will. What can I do? I will tweet something out on Twitter. I don't remember what my Twitter is. Not used it in a while. But I'll tweet something out. I'll get the Twitter saying something about Arsenal and Tottenham, saying like Tottenham are S word or something like that. Literally tweet that out. I still don't know why Mourinho. I still don't know if it was the right reason to sack him and who else will get sacked. Now, the last issue I want to cover is transfers. Now, with the emergence of this league, probably means something about transfers. Because if it's the same teams because they've said 2 different things. They've said that it's going to be the same teams every year. So there's no chance for another team. But say Everton go and win 10 Premier League now. What's that worth? That's worth nothing. Everton could have been in the prime. Liverpool took 30 years to get a Premier League, and now it's going to say goodbye to it. It's not right. Man City have won like 6 in the past 10 years. They won like 5 under Pep and 1 under Erla. It's a bit reckless if you think about it. Because let's take some players like Harry Kane, Rashford, Foden, Greenwood, Saka. Also, I forgot in my without team. Saka's going to be in left mid. All those players, what do they want to stay at that club knowing they can't play for England knowing they can't play in the Premier League. They can't play in the Premier League. What's the point? Because if you ever go back to the Premier League, you're gonna be hated. And when I say hated, I mean hated. Yeah. Now, saying that, there's obviously a lot more into this than that. So what's the other side? Will teams like PSG, who are not taking part in it as of now, will they want to join? And will people growing up like say we have like another 13-year-old Mbappe, will he want to grow up going to play for Real Madrid? No, the answer is because if you're going to be seen as like a road guy, yeah, good, but you have to be a good road guy. You have to not be a bad guy. You don't want to be that bad person always. It's like dumb. I don't get it. I don't get why you'd have to do that. Really, it's because people like Mbappe, I think, would go to West Ham over Real Madrid at this point, just because it's like it's a lot better in a sense that you can actually play for your international team. I know Mbappe's a World Cup winner already, so let's use Haaland as a different example. He's young. He's going to want to fire in goals or somewhere. And honestly, if he goes to Everton, they're sorted. They're going to blaze through that new league, the new Premier League. If the Premier League wants to keep its hype, though, it needs at least 3 of the big 6. If the 3 that it probably doesn't need are Arsenal, it doesn't. I don't think it need it. It definitely needs City, United, and Liverpool, Arsenal. They're the 3 least important in my eyes. Anyway, that is the end for the video, and I will do another one tomorrow. I will do more probably on this topic, going through every Premier League team's best, every Premier League team's worst player, every team's best player, my favourite player from your clubs. And the first one for Arsenal will be Saka. Boom. See you guys next time. Subscribe.